that is a sound many of us are going to be hearing starting next week. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Preacher's Child. I have my lovely friend Tasha here with me today. Today we'll be talking about dealing with peer pressure. So we're back in the month of August. Our 3 months of summer have gone. Like really, honestly,
so fast.
Where did July go? Like
where did June go?
No. I remember my events in June. Where did July? So where did July go? Because I don't remember anything that happened in July. As far as I'm concerned, it went from June.
I just know I graduated.
August.
That's it.
That's the only thing. High school graduates, yes. I was looking for a topic to do for this week, and it kind of came upon me that I should do, well, it didn't come upon me, my friend suggested that I should do dealing with peer pressure. Since we're all going back to school, our various grades, levels, and different schools, and that's really a common thing between us teenagers. So let's tackle it.
Pow.
Okay, so peer pressure, it is a very common thing. According to her, there's positive peer pressure and negative peer pressure. I only know about the negative one. If it's positive, it should be positive influence. But we'll get to that later. So peer pressure, it's really a thing that really circulates around all of us, and it starts in middle school, I would say. That's when I experienced it, so to speak.
I mean, you said middle school.
But I mean,
why middle school?
Because middle school, that's 13, right? Middle school.
I think so.
Yeah, 13. Like once you enter that middle school, 7th grade.
How long was that?
I don't know. 12.
14, I think it's, no, 12, I think 12 is 6th grade.
Yeah, so it's 13.
Maybe 13, 14, 12.
You know when you turn a teen, you become that teenager.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm finally a teen. And then there are many things teenagers want to explore. We all, you know, being a teenager, like from 13 to 19, there are many things we want to explore. But like from 13, like you just became a teenager, you're trying to explore everything. Some people don't want to, and some people do. And the people that do, they end up being friends with people that don't. And since you're in that little clique, hey, I'm doing it. Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't we all doing it? That type of thing.
Okay, guys, so we have a series of questions that we're going to ask the PK kid. Number one, why is... Hey, my accent. Okay, number one. Why is peer pressure an especially strong force in the life of a teenager?
Okay, so like I said before, I believe it starts at middle school. And middle school, you're really like 13. And all the way up to high school, you're about 18, 19. So, like I said, you just became a teenager and you're really trying to explore everything. Okay, I'm finally 13. I can join the big girls. I can join the big people. I'm in middle school. I'm no longer in elementary school with the little kids, with the kindergartners. I'm my own person. That type of thing.
Yeah, you're right. Because we start reaching at that age.
Yes.
Like we want to act grown.
Yeah, we're trying to act grown. We're trying to do everything.
The bigger kids. Yeah,
Junior high. Yeah.
Okay, so number two. Are teenagers the only ones vulnerable to peer pressure?
I think we're all vulnerable to peer. Well, no.
I think
hold on.
It's for everybody.
It depends on who you are and how you handle it. Because see, if you're vulnerable to peer pressure, like in middle school, you allow yourself to get pressured or talked into, and you don't stand your ground, you're pretty much gonna go like that throughout your school years, and hopefully not, but when you grow up, if you allow them to get to you, hey, let's do this, but we're all doing it, so join us, and you're like, oh, okay, sure. Next person comes, oh, okay, sure, when are you gonna say no? Do you know when to draw that line? Do you know when to stop? Do you know when to put an end to it? And if you don't, no, you're gonna continue. So not only teenagers are vulnerable.
I also think that it factors into how you were raised.
True.
If you're like a goody two shoes throughout middle school, high school, you've just been studying your books, then I mean, when you go to college, you might be like subjected to peer pressure because now you're alone, nobody's watching you, you don't have expectations,
True.
only set for yourself mainly. So I feel like it can happen at any age. Like when you start becoming independent, that's when peer pressure can affect your life because you yourself make those decisions at that point. But number 3, why is peer pressure hard for teenagers to resist? Because they are friends.
It's true because it's your
your
friends.
friend.
Because honestly, if a stranger just comes to you and be like, "Hey, come smoke this,"
Let's do this. Let's do
you're
that.
like, my mommy said don't talk to strangers. But I mean, the person that's in most situations, almost all, it's your friend, your closest friend. Oh, hey, let's go to this party, even though your mom said not to.
Let's go turn up.
Let's go sneak out to this party.
Sneak out the window.
I mean, because you're thinking, okay, this is my best friend telling me this. My best friend telling me to do this, and you're just like, I can't say no. It's her. Like, why not? You see? So yeah.
But also, don't think that people have the best interest in their mind for you. People are very selfish. Whatever progresses them, it might drag you down. So you always have to have a strong mind. What is right and what is wrong. You stick by it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway. Okay, number 4. Respond to, but everybody's doing it.
Let me tell you something, honey. Everybody is not doing it.
Not at all.
That, like, there's no other way. Everybody is not. They're not. That is what people say to make you think, oh my
That
gosh,
is
I don't want to be
normal.
let out. I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be the only one not. Everybody is not doing it. Trust me. Like, everybody's not. Don't believe that. That person's lying to you. They're just saying that so that, okay, if I make him or her feel like she's being left out, she'll be easier to carry along with us, or she'll be more like open, that type of thing. Everybody is not doing it. I personally know that. Everybody
Don't
is
let
not
that
doing
one
that.
boy confuse you either.
Or that girl.
If he's talking some kind of new flame in your ear, just burn it out. Trust me. Just burn it. Put water resistant. Just please, just take it out your life, bro.
Oh my god. But yeah, everybody's not doing it. Like, they're not.
Number 5. Is there such a thing as positive peer pressure?
Okay, you see, we had this little argument right before we made this video. Where, from my point of view, peer pressure is your friends pressuring you. Most of the time that you'll see it written or you hear about it, your friend or an acquaintance or whatever is pressuring you into doing something you do not want to do. Because I mean, it's in the word peer pressure. I don't see it being a positive thing. If it's a positive thing, it should be a positive influence. Like they're influencing you to go to the right way.
Okay, that's what peer pressure is, though. Pause. Peer pressure now. Influence from members of one's peers group, aka your social group, your friend group. Personally, I can say there's 2 ways because your friends can influence you in a positive way to help you grow as a person. You don't always have to learn from mistakes. Sometimes your friends are going to push you into a direction that you feel uncomfortable with just so you can grow as a person. Like if Tolu, let's say back in the day, she wanted to sing, right? She was shy, very scared. So I'm like, okay, Tolu, go and sing. So she might have felt as though I was pressuring her to expose her talent, but that's a positive. It's positive, right?
Yes.
It's a positive feedback. Because even though you didn't want to do it, you didn't feel like, I'm too scared. I don't want to be out there in front of people. Even though that's how you grow, when you're uncomfortable and you learn more. You don't always have to learn from a mistake. That's why I'm saying there's a positive aspect in it. You dig?
I mean, I understand where she's coming from, but I mean, I don't know.
I think your friends can influence you correctly. Sometimes if your friend is having A grades, even your mom will say this. Look at so and so.
Yes.
She's
Where's the other
she's on the
8.5?
dean's list.
Where's the other 8.5?
Look at so and so. She's getting a scholarship. I'm trying to tell you, like the people you hang around, they're going to influence you regardless. True. So it really depends on your group. True. Because you can have uplifting friends, and then you're gonna have them sketchy friends. Actually, not even friends, snakes. That's another video though.
Oh, but yeah. Next question.
Number 6. Give an example of how peer pressure could conflict with beliefs and values.
Okay. So, for me, I'm a pastor's daughter. Peer pressure could conflict a lot of things. The negative peer pressure, since we're not doing it in 2 ways. The negative peer pressure can conflict with a lot of things. Like being a pastor's daughter, you already have your ground rules at home. You have what you can and cannot do. You have your etiquette. You have like you know what you can and can't do. You know how you're supposed to live, what you're supposed to do, the type of friends you're supposed to keep. And then when negative peer pressure comes along, you'll see the people your friends might want you to start smoking. Your friend might want you to start sneaking out. Your friend might want you to start stealing. Your friend might want you to do all sorts of things. And you know that contradicts with your beliefs, the way you were brought up, and the things you learn at home. So how do you deal with that? Well, actually, am I supposed to go into that yet? No? Yes? I'll give an example. Well, yeah, that's the example. Like smoking or stealing. Well, let's go to the Bible, the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness and stuff like that. So that's how it contradicts with what we believe.
True. And trust me, like when you stop all that bad stuff, you're just going to see those people sprinkle away from your life. Like once you get your life together and you're not doing the negative things with them, you guys are not going to be friends at that point because you don't have this same common interest.
True.
So find someone who has something, an attribute you like, that you want to be like, what you want to gain or something, so they can influence you so you don't have to be in such a situation. But number 7, do you feel peer pressure in school? Okay, well, in high school for you, because
I'm not in high school, I'm in college.
There's nothing in college going on. College, bro, let me tell you. In
Wait!
college, you don't have I don't feel like there's such thing as peer pressure, don't get me wrong. But there's a major difference between high school and college. I feel as though peer pressure in college is a little bit different just because now you're grown and independent. You personally, you want to try things. But in high school, you have people watching you. So that's a different kind of peer pressure. Because college, I mean, you just go to class. And, I mean, you're not worried about, oh, what am I going to wear to school tomorrow? No. Sweetheart, that's the gone.
You wear pajamas, no one's caring.
You come anyhow to class. Like, it's not even about fashion at this point no more.
Getting that education.
But like, you're just there for school. Like, I'm telling you, when you see that bill, that tuition, you'll really know.
Wait, what was the question?
Oh, do you feel peer pressure?
Okay.
Oh, we got off topic. I'm dead.
Do I feel peer pressure personally? Personally, when I was in 7th grade, you see that's what I said. When I was in 7th grade, yes, I did a little bit, like to an extent. And my extent was that, like, okay, we had a boyfriend, everyone was getting together.
Can I breaks real quick? Bro, let me tell you, this girl right here, God has anointed her. Anyway, there was this one, okay, story time. So back in 6th grade,
she's really trying to
or 5th grade, this girl got me called to the principal's office. Do you remember? Let me tell you, I'm gonna give him a name. We're gonna call him
Daniel. I don't remember his name, but okay.
Daniel White.
Ah,
Pastor
Patrick!
Daniel White. Daniel White and this other girl, Antolu, had drama. Me, I was a bystander, sadly. And so, I'm trying to tell you, kids will make you want to do things, but you really have to be strong-minded. But at such a young age, sometimes you just don't know how to control it. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to grow as your own person, because sometimes we all go through that identity phase where we're trying to find who we are.
True.
That's how we get subjected to peer pressure so fast, because we don't know who we are personally yet. So it's just like in school, it just really depends who you surround yourself with. If you want to be God-fearing, go and find a God-fearing friend who can also encourage you to be better.
True.
If you want to turn up, which we don't recommend, go and find those turn up dodo heads and get in trouble. If you want to be book smart, go and befriend that girl in the library. And she's going to show you, you're going to just get smart because you're putting your time and attention into something that's going to impact you.
True.
Go back to
Okay.
what you said,
Like I
sorry.
was saying.
But she sent me to the office, y'all. Yeah, I was like, hey, this gal, she will kill me. Because something happened on the playground
Excuse me. End of story
during
time.
recess. I was just minding my business.
Anyways, like I was saying. But yeah, around 7th grade, 8th grade, sort of. You know, like that's when everybody's trying to get a boyfriend, trying to try new things, and you're just like,
Not everybody.
where's my boyfriend?
Some of us were just there.
Exactly.
Not like me.
You're just like, where's mine?
I
Where's
was just there.
where
I
are
was
my
not
friends
searching
gonna
for no
come
man.
in, and so on. So a little bit I did in 7th grade, but let me just give y'all a little story for another day, but a little piece of it. I went to Nigeria, 8th grade. No more story time. I went to Nigeria in 8th grade, and honestly, at first I will say I did not like it.
Best thing that ever happened.
I
This girl here.
Can you keep quiet? Yeah, I went to Nigeria in 8th grade. At first, I did not like it, but let me tell you, it was a very good decision. I'm happy I did what I did
went.
go. Because I came back in 11th grade, and that whole peer pressure, that whole who are you type of thing, it's still there. And coming back from there, I was like, I don't care. Like, I really had that I don't care attitude. I had that, the whole of my junior year, I would say I didn't have any friends. I don't care. Like, well, of course she was my friend, but I mean, like, that whole thing where people will gather up in the hallways, you'll gather up here, gather up there. No, I didn't do all that.
So
You
annoying.
get to school, you get to class, and you go where you need to go. You get your stuff done and you go. Like, I didn't have time for that. It was drama free. Cause like, I mean, I really just kept to myself. Like, I was able to like grow and me personally love myself and just like be independent. Honestly, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. If you're independent, you just have this confidence in you whereby you don't care what others think of you. You don't care what goes on around you. You don't care like what others think. Like, oh hey, we're wearing this. Why don't you wear it? That's not your business. Or everyone's hair is like this. Why? I don't have time for that. Your parents sent you to school to read and come back home. Honestly, people are like, oh, what about friends? But you can do it. If you're independent and you have that self-love, you really can do it. I mean, junior year, I'm telling you, I went to school and I went back home. I went to school and I went back home. Like, I didn't have time for anybody. I just did my stuff and I left. Because even coming back, it kind of like saddened my heart because I came back and saw some people like, what happened to you? No, honestly, because people like over the years, a lot of people changed and then they went through different things. People grew, people did not grow. Oh my gosh. And like different things happened to them and you're just like, wow. So I'm just like, peer pressure, it's really a choice. You allow it to take over you. If you don't, it won't. And like she said, you pick your friends. If you want to be a God-believing person, find other friends that are God-believing. Work together. Like, make each other more stronger in the word or in their faith in Christ or anything. If you want to be a party animal, find friends that are party animals. They will help you be a party freak or whatever. So it's really in your power. Like it really is. So like I said, 7th, 8th grade, yeah, I fell under peer pressure, and yeah, it was bad. But I mean, 8th, 11th grade, nah, you cannot catch me with me. No. And it really made me to the person I am today. So like, if you just like say, I'm not gonna be under the influence of peer pressure, you won't. Say it and believe it, and act on it.
Oh,
Okay, that's how
but yeah, people, like, if you hold yourself in a correct way, people are going to be drawn to you. True. Regardless. They like your confidence, your sense of independence. Like, oh, she can do her own thing. She don't need nobody, a little sidekick or nothing. Like, people are drawn to that kind of, what is it? How do you say that word?
Character,
yes. So, I mean, it really depends how you carry yourself as well.
True.
The way you carry yourself is what you're going to attract, and the attention you're going to attract too. So don't think like, oh, those girls that are wearing these tight skirts to school, oh, they're getting this kind of attention. I want that attention too. Boo-boo, you don't need it. Let me just tell you. I mean, you can always get a skirt. There's nothing getting a skirt, but the attention they're getting is not going to be too positive at the end of the day. The results they're going to get, they might put them in some kind of trouble.
it's not healthy.
It's not.
The attention.
Attention is not healthy. Sometimes you need to, have your solitude moments, work on yourself,
True.
get better, go to the gym, get your skin cleared up. And don't be worried about what people think sometimes, because people come and go. Let me tell you, you'll start with this friend group, elementary school, high school, you with a whole nother crew.
Oh, so true.
So it's
true,
like,
so true.
People just grow separate ways, and it's natural. So don't feel like you have to impress nobody.
True. And then I feel like people, like, if you have fallen under peer pressure, if you are still dealing with it now, from the pastor's kid point of view, how to deal with peer pressure, you really have to just change your friends group. Like, most situations you don't have to. Like, just look at your friends. Okay, Tasha, what is she good at? What is she known for? How is she benefiting my life? This person, how is she benefiting my life? What good has she done? What have I learned from her? This type of thing. And if you are in a situation whereby your friends are like close to your family as well, think about how your parents, our parents talk. Let's not hide that fact. Think about what your parents say. Like when your friend comes over to your house or whatever and she leaves, what do your parents say about her? How does your parent like react when they're around? How do they like talk to you about them? Because my parents, they tell me how it is. Like, totally. I don't want to see that girl in my house anymore. I don't want you hanging out with this person. But like, that's just the truth. So think about that. How do they affect you? How do they affect your family? Do your parents like you being with them? And also, me being a pastor's child, if you know they're like your friends are good, they're influencing you, everything, pray for them. Pray like, oh, if maybe you hear that, oh, she's going through something, or she's doing this, pray for her. Hey, God, I know Tasha's going through this. Oh, please give her the strength to do this, give her to do so on and so forth. But if you go through your friend list and you see that they're not benefiting you anyway, sis, bro, you gotta let it go. I mean, it's not like you can't talk to them at all, but I mean, because your close friend circle, that's who you learn from, that's who you go, that's your go-to squad, that's your go-to everything. So like, I mean, if you're not benefiting anything from them, I mean, come on now. The people that you're not benefiting, you can always go, oh, hey, how are you? Just put that gap in the relationship, honestly. And then get friends who, like, if you want to be a singer, get friends who they sing really good, they are willing to train you as well. If you want to be a writer, people that write really well, get with them. That bookworm in the library, go be friends with her. that's pretty much it. And hey, as you guys are going back to school, read your books, study. Do not procrastinate. Don't.
Preach.
Do not. If you did not hear anything I just said, like this entire video, listen to this. Do not procrastinate. Because I'm telling you, that'll be the end of everything. No, I'm so, do not procrastinate.
Junior year.
My friends going into college with me, don't procrastinate.
Ooh,
High school.
Go to class. Don't
High
skip class.
school, don't procrastinate either. High school, if you procrastinate, it's bad, but you can still
There's some wiggle room.
You can wiggle your way in. My friends going to college, no, there's no wiggle
It's
room.
okay to say no. If
There's
they're
no
your
wiggle room.
friends, they will understand why you
If
can't
there's
do
parties
this,
you need to
can't
go
do
to,
that.
from what I've heard, there's parties every weekend, so you can miss this one. Let's go to the next
Let
one.
me tell you, parties never
Do not
change.
procrastinate.
Parties will always be there. If you miss one, you'll live. Trust me.
Remember the house you came from. Remember how your parents brought you up. Like, don't go into school and put that away. Like, even if you're a pastor's child as well, don't go to school and be like, okay, I'm in school now. I don't have to be a pastor's child. Listen, the title follows you everywhere. Like,
People are always watching.
first of all, it followed me because the school I went to, like 3/4 of the children in my church go to my school. So there was no hiding. There was no hiding. So I mean, go to school, be that one, be the salt of the school, be the salt of the world. Do something different and let your teachers know that, oh, there's something special about her, there's something special about him. Just be yourself and let yourself be a good person. Let your parents' teaching show forth in your school. And if you need help, talk to God and send questions to me. I'll help you. But honestly, talk to God, build that relationship with Him.
For
and
real.
trust me, you won't regret it. Have fun in school!